Invader Zim Enter the Florpus is awesome. It comes out August 16th. I was very, very lucky. I got to catch an early preview screening. Thank you, friend of mine. It was Invader Zim and Rocko's Modern Life Static Clang. I'm going to talk about both of them in separate videos. Obviously, I'll talk about Invader Zim first. Had this hoodie for 10 years, have another excuse to wear it. I'm not putting it on all the way because it is a very, very hot summer night. Enter the Florpus is great. I don't want to give too much away. It really is worth seeing. Fans will like it, new audiences will like it. The animation, gorgeous, beautiful, just as good as 20 years ago. Voice acting, excellent, just as good as 20 years ago. The core team is back. So the passion's behind it. It's a very well done story. It's fun, it ups the stakes. It's so great. I would say it updates in the right ways, but most of it, it's very, very true to what it was 20 years ago. I would say the only thing that I have noticed that feels a little different, and again, everything is exactly how you remember it. It does everything right. Fans will love it. I guarantee you that. I would say, but the only major difference I noticed, and that's a positive difference, is that there are a few more heartwarming moments in this than there were in the series. They do them really well. The humor is top-notch, still the Invader Zim humor, still its own voice. I'm gonna say this line out of context. I'm not gonna tell you where it comes up, but some point in the movie, Zim and Dib are having a fight, and Dib says, "I liked you better when you were a toilet." Oh no, it starts off as Zim says, "I like you better when you were a chair," and Dib then responds, "I liked you better when you were a toilet." You'll see why. I'd say that's probably my favorite line. But yeah, there was more Gaz, there was more Professor Membrane. They're great. They do an excellent job. Zim and Dib are hilarious as usual. They, strangely, I would say, I don't think this is too much of a spoiler, they hate each other and yet they inadvertently help each other out. It's very much the hero and the villain are very similar people trope, but I like that trope, and they do it very, very well here. I want to talk about that. Like I said, the one change I have noticed, and again, I don't think most people will notice it, but it is something I noticed. It's still dark, fun, scary, intense, action-packed, stupid. But I do think that they do add a few more heartwarming moments in there. And I do like it. I think it very much helps the story. And they also have a little more fun with Zim and Dib's relationship. I've noticed that the 90s angst of the original is toned down a little bit, and I think that works to its advantage. I really do. Not that the original was bad by any means. I love the original. But I do think that the modern focus we have on positivity came through a little bit here. I think I'll talk about this again when more people see it. But I did appreciate it. They're very small moments, but they're very well placed and they're very nice. I'm not going to say who this happens with, but it is really nice. It's very touching, and then of course it goes back into its own world of utter insanity. But not in a way where it's the reset button that you would see in a lot of 90s sitcoms. It very much feels like a progression, which is a benefit of today's storytelling. The action is fun. I would say I have not laughed this hard at a cartoon in a long time. I think the only other cartoon I really laugh hard at, well, two, okay, Gravity Falls and Angelina Conda are the few cartoons I really laugh hard at. This is another one, Invader Zim, Enter the Florpus. Even in the original series, I enjoyed the lines, but this made me really laugh hard. The passion really was there. It comes through every second. Oh, not a major spoiler. They get really, really visually creative with it. I'm not gonna say what they do, but towards the end, it gets into some really crazy, fun visuals. They do amazing things with the animation. They really have fun with it. You'll see. It's great. Watch it when it comes out. Seriously. Moose.